Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glowed. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?
Mason Rudolph to the rescue for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mason Rudolph getting a start, and Mason Rudolph took advantage of the opportunity, going 17 for 27, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And Mason Rudolph's main target was George Pickens, man. He hooked up with George Pickens, second play of the game, 86 yards. And he put it right on the money where it needs to be, and George Pickens did the rest. And in this game, as you can see, Mason Rudolph was confident. I mean, he let it go. He was not hesitant. When he seen him play, he may let the ball go. I mean, the ball was crispy. His passes, he was taking shots, spread the ball around, and man, Mason Rudolph, man, he looked good. He's been around for a long time, never really, got a true shot. And he's letting you know what he's about. And this was a good game for Mason, and now the question is for the Pittsburgh Steelers, what do you do? Kenny Pickett did come back to practice this week. Mason almost didn't start. If Kenny Pickett, was able to do a little bit more things in practice, but he wasn't able to move as much. So now with another week, a rehab under his belt, and the game that Mason had, what do you do? If you're the Steelers, man, if you look at the way Mason controlled the offense in this game, spread it around and things like that, man, I think you may have to leave Mason in there. The offense got a spark. They almost reached the 400-yard mark. They were around 393. Mason almost cracked 300-yard in the passing. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Excuse me. He missed the ball to Deontay Johnson. That would have put him well over 300 and another touchdown, because he was open. He beat Mike Hilton, but you can't be perfect. He had a great game despite missing that pass. So it's going to be a tough decision. For Mike Tomlin. And the Steelers, what are you going to do? I know they're probably going to want to lean towards putting Kenny Pickett back out there. Like I said, the jury's not out on Kenny. Every opportunity you get, you're going to want to see what's going on with Kenny, but you can always go to Kenny if Mason struggles. So that's the beauty you have with that. You don't have to rush him back if he's not 100%, because as you can see, Mason, and he can do some things. He can win you a ball game like he just did. So if need be, you can go back. You can stay with Mason, and like I said, you can turn to Kenny if he struggles. So Mason Rudolph, he's here. He showed, and it's good to see Mason, have a game like this for a guy that just went about things the right way. You never really heard nothing from Mason. He just worked and worked and worked, and as you can see, it's paying off. He said him and George Pickens did do some extra work this week, trying to work on some chemistry, because he didn't get that much reps with the guys in training camp, being number 3 on a chart. So he developed some chemistry, and as you can see, that chemistry, it worked all the way out, man. That pass he put, the deep ball, the second one, the 66 yarder, I believe. Oh man, he put it right over the top, and George just kept running, and then the one on the side, when George got he made that nice catch, got both feet in. I mean, Mason put it right there on him. And that's one thing about Mason, man. He can throw the ball. You know, he can throw the ball, and he showed that tonight. Wasn't hesitant, and that was one thing about Mason. You know, he was a little hesitant with throwing that ball. That's how he got knocked out with Earl Thomas. But he wasn't hesitant, and he showed the little legs too, man. He was running. He threw a stiff arm out there. You know, Mason ran for a first down, showed a little bit of mobility, and he showed he wasn't scared. On a play that Jaylen Warren stumbled, Mason realized he had to get the ball out of the end zone, and he did that. So it was good awareness on Mason's part. You know, he came in and he showed his IQ in the game, you know, not putting the ball in harm's way. If play wasn't there, he throws it away, checks it down, live to see another down, and that's what you want. You know, and the defense helped him out, only allowing 11 points, but he did his end. He came out and put points up on the board as soon as they got the ball. So, like I said, it's good to see Mason, you know, have a game like that, a guy like that. So, Steelers are going to have a tough decision to make come next week, you know, when they face the Seahawks. You know, the last two games, what are you going to do? You want to ride with the hot hand, Mason Rudolph, you know, reindeer, or you go back to Kenny Pickett? We'll just have to see. What will you guys do if you were the Steelers? Ride with Mason or go to Kenny? Let me know in the comments, and we'll just have to see what Tomlin and the Steelers do. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.